Hello, these are my headlights, and I'm gonna see what the failure mode of them was because they're kind of just doing whatever they feel like doing. Uh, I've already cleared them up, sanded them down, polished them, so they're clear now. They were not before, and if I could not blend my camera, you could see on the passenger side. It's actually kind of fallen down. It might have fallen off the joint that's inside of there. So I'm gonna see what's that all about. And I think you can see the projector is not projecting very well, and it's bleeding a lot of light where it shouldn't be. I have the old projector right here, and there's multiple failure modes of this projector. This is the passenger side is the one that doesn't even look like a headlight. So first off, the lens, it's a little cloudy. Ain't nothing that can't be cleaned off. It's not really the main failure mode. What was causing the light to go everywhere but the road was the shutter that's stuck open. You can see the solenoid is just stuck. I could try pushing on it. I tried prying on it. It doesn't want to go anywhere. The fix would be just to delete the bi-xenon and take off the shutter from the pin here. Taking off the shutter itself would just ruin the beam. It'd be just as like it is right now. And then the last failure mode is, if you look inside, the reflective coating is actually coming off right there. And what I did, I went ahead and replaced it with a projector from the junkyard. One that had a good reflector and a good shutter. The lens I just cleaned up. You can just clean that up with alcohol. So that's basically it. Another failure point I noticed was wasn't really a failure point, just a failure of well, it's kind of my error anyway. Since these cars have leveling sensors for the xenon lights to move them up and down, the motor, when you do the manual adjustment, the motor adjusts the same thing. So when you move the manual adjustment, you're also moving the position of the motor. So I already had it out to point down since it was already like a high beam. So once it's out, once your headlights out, you can adjust and you can look at the screw inside and adjust it back to the home position. The motor it adjusts from that position that you set it to. So that's why they say when you're adjusting your headlights, you put on a level ground so that the motor's at its kind of home position. I don't know if it's like a stepper or like just a regular old motor, maybe with position control. There's 4 leads to it. Anyway, that's another thing to do is to reset your lights back to home, and you should have good headlights after that. And maybe you need a new ballast. That's the module at the bottom, and let me show you that to you. Alright, so if you have your headlight out, this is the module that sits on the underside of the headlight housing. It kind of looks like the motor controller, but it's just the ballast. You have 2 leads going in there for power, and then 3 leads going out for the igniter. The igniter is the thing you pull out when you're changing the lens or changing the bulb. That's the red and black thing. It's It's very dumb. It doesn't even control the motors. The motors are controlled by the body control module, which go outside the headlight. And here is after fixing them. What a simple fix, I swear. If I had known that was the problem all along, I would have had it fixed a long time ago. So all you had to do was take out the headlight and unhook the bi-xenon. Well, bi-xenons won't work anymore, but halogens were used for high beams anyway, so I wasn't really using flash so fast. It might. So maybe I should test the throw. Well, there's not much for throw testing back here, but it is a lot better. You can see me moving the left one here. That is a very good cutoff. The left one is still illuminating some other bits of it, but it's no longer lighting up the trees like it used to. Because yeah, it was basically just high beams the whole time. Look at that, that's just perfect.